I was muted. Hi, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to Passion Project, and more importantly, welcome to Daleko Home Invasion. This is the beginning of our weird online season to help get us through this crazy pandemic. If you are a DHI member, thank you so much. We love you. If you are watching this and you're not a DHI member, why aren't you? It's only $5 a month. Come on, join us. We'll have lots of fun. We'll do lots of weird things like this, and we'll have performances and music and all sorts of fun stuff. So, Passion Project, what are we doing? So the Daleko Arts team we have an ensemble at Daleko Arts, and it's 9 people, and they're super fun, super talented individuals, and they also have amazing talents and amazing hobbies and interests. And one of the things we came up with was we were like, why don't we get everyone together and just sort of hand over the mic and let them talk to us for a while about what makes them tick. And so since there are 9 of us, we thought we could do a different ensemble member every month, and that would be super fun. We sort of build this as a sort of just a hangout. You know, it's not a performance, it's not music. It's just a way for us to hang out, get together, and talk with each other for a while and not feel so alone, because it's kind of easy to feel that way sometimes. So I see a bunch of amazing burger and beer picks. A bunch of little kids, so no beer there, that's good. But a lot of burgers, a lot of great burgers on the wall of burgers and beers. I love it. Keep those coming. We'll check in with those once in a while throughout tonight just to make sure that we're catching everything fun that's happening. When we talked about Passion Project, we had one ensemble member who volunteered right away. And he was like, this sounds fun. I want in. I want to do this right away. And we said, all right, what do you want to do? And he said, I want to talk about burgers and beers. And I raised my hand and I said, I will participate in that. So without any further ado, here's our host for tonight's Passion Project, Thomas Lyle Karki.
Wow, middle names. Didn't know we were going there, Barclay, but I guess we are. Yes, the way that Ben described it, I am an expert in burgers and in drinking. Those of you who know me know that. Those of you who do not know me can probably see based on this section of my body that I'm really, really good at both of those things. So actually, you know, this stemmed from me being a super picky eater, as you could probably not imagine, but I was when I was a kid. The only thing I wanted to eat was burgers. When we went to any restaurant, I would search the menu until I found a burger. And after a while, I just became an expert of knowing what types of burgers I liked and what types of burgers to avoid. And then when I hit 21, for those of you out there who are not of age, I didn't become an expert in drinking beers until I was legally able to. So, and you know, when we talk about these days of COVID and what we can do to still be entertaining and entertain ourselves, I've always loved those shows, those reality shows like Diners, Dives, and Drive-Ins, or Man versus Food, where they, you know, go into restaurants and they taste the best food that they have, and then they sit and talk about it. And it's always been very interesting, and it's always been kind of something that I've always wanted to try. So thankfully, Daleko has allowed me to do this, and I'm excited to be here. But before we go any further, I wanted to do something that I think is very customary. So, Ben, I'm going to ask you to join me in our first ceremonial toast of the evening.
Yes.
Cheers, sir. And I am drinking Giesenbraü Bier. This specific beer is a Bavarian Gangsta IPA. It's 7%, so I will probably be slurring by the end of this show. Hopefully not, but maybe. But anyway, as we go through this, and when we were thinking about this project, we were like, okay, we're going to talk about burgers. We're going to talk about beers. How are we going to do that? So we decided that we were going to pick 3 restaurants that specialized in burgers. And we wanted to keep one that was near the New Prague area. So we went to Clancy's, which is a TG family favorite from a long time ago. Then we wanted to stay in suburbs that were around the New Prague area, but closer to the Twin Cities. So we stopped into Lion's Tap in Edina, or Eden Prairie rather, and had a burger there. And then we also went to Edina for the Red Cow, and we had a more upscale burger, if you will. So so we went to these restaurants, and we were thinking, all right, well, how are we going to talk about these burgers, right? What are important characteristics for a burger to have? So we narrowed it down to 5 key areas. One is presentation. So we're going to be talking about the burger's presentation. We are going to be talking about bun goodness, folks. Bun goodness, folks. So be prepared to talk about all things bun. And then we're going to move on to the juiciness of the burger and rate that. We are going to finish up by talking about the value. Some burgers are more expensive than others, so how do we weigh value with overall taste experience? And then the last thing that we're going to rate the burger on is the overall yumness. Yummy.
Very important.
Yeah, so those 5 categories, we're going to put all of our ratings into our calculator and add up and get what we call the Burger Moo score. Now, those are the 5 areas we're going to focus in on, but there's also an intangible rating that we want to talk about quite frequently, and you'll hear us talk about, and that's that it thing, that moo factor, if you will, of a burger. So be prepared to talk about that.
Yeah. The moo factor. We'll get more into the moo factor, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
We'll talk specifically about what the moo factor is and why it's different than the scale of the 5 different things. Bun goodness, that's right, Heather Meyer, bun goodness.
Yep.
So I think why don't we just start? Let's do another cheers. And the first restaurant that we went to is the Red Cow. So Ben, take it away.
Red Cow it is.
Hey everybody, Tom Karki here, host of Burgers and Beers with my buddy Ben, and I have been fasting all day long today. We're going to see if it's possible for me to eat 3 burgers in one day. Oh yeah, it's Burger Bonanza Day! Woo!
Gonna go eat some burgers.
Oh, I am so hungry. You ready? The double barrel. Well, as you can see, things are going well. I have completed, never mind the stomach, I have completed my first clean plate of the red cow. Super tasty. Actually, those pickles that are on the plate are super spicy, and I've got some spice going on right now. So that'll have to factor into what kind of moo score I give it. But anyway, we're off to the next restaurant, so stay tuned.
Nicely done, Tom. Tom, you're still muted.
I'm still muted, but what I said, I'll say it again because it was so superb. I said, oh, I love the Red Cow.
Yeah.
Valerie, I saw that you were there just 2 hours ago. Isn't it just unbelievable? And let's dive into the rating. We had their 2016 double barrel award-winning burger. It is so slow moo. That's awesome. It is so good. It is a double patty burger that has grilled onions on the top, melted Swiss cheese, And let's dive into the rating. The first area that we want to focus in on is presentation.
Yeah,
And
presentation. Let's do it.
yeah, I couldn't be more thrilled with the presentation of the Red Cow. First of all, let me stress that Ben and I, we wanted to be good in terms of social distancing, and we wanted to make sure we had a mask where we needed to have a mask. And this place was outstanding with how clean it was, how spaced the tables were outside on the patio, and they helped us out, and they gave us two waiters. They had one guy, his name was Brennan, and the other lady who was Brennan's trainer was Brenna. And they couldn't have been more fantastic to deal with. They were very attentive. They were very, I asked them right off the bat, hey, what's the most popular burger? Which is what we did with all of the restaurants. We didn't mess around. We wanted to go in there and go, hey, Red Cow, what is the favorite burger? And they offered up the double barrel, and it did not disappoint in terms of presentation. It came out. There was a heap of really, really well done fries coupling with the burger itself. I'm a condiment guy, and I really am kind of a Heinz ketchup snob. So when I saw that they had their own homemade ketchup, I was a little bit leery. But man, it was so tasty. And they also had homemade pickles with this spicy that you saw me start crying. It was very spicy pickle, but it was just fabulous. The plate was probably about a third of the burger, and I couldn't have given it a higher presentation score. But I'll pass it to you, Ben. What did you think?
Yeah, I agree. Presentation was great. It's a legit place to go, And what I appreciated was they were really conscious of the COVID situation. Everyone was way spaced out. Everyone was wearing masks. The fact that they had two wait staff with such similar names bothered me a little. Just don't confuse us like that. But no, it's a really great place. And the burger itself looked so good before we even dove into it. So yeah, presentation very high in the moo score for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if I were to talk about its moo factor, presentation is really a special part of why I like the Red Cow. But let's move on and talk about bun goodness. Bun goodness.
Goodness.
Listen, this bun was out of this world, right? It was toasted just the right level. It had butter all over it, but it wasn't too soggy. No sesame seeds, which I'm a sesame seed guy myself, but no sesame seeds on the bun, which is fine. And maybe I dock it a little bit. But overall, the bun goodness was super duper high for me.
Yeah, bun goodness was excellent here. Good, solid bun structure, yet not too hard. It did not feel stale. So yeah, the bun structure really was excellent here, and not soggy. Even though we'll get to this, but the burger did have high juiciness factor. So the fact that the bun remained solid says a lot about the bun goodness.
Hey, let's slide into the juiciness, right? Because you talked about move on, Jocelyn. You're right. Are we talking too much about the bun goodness? You want to go to juiciness? I get it.
He wants juiciness, I'm sure.
So this burger was super duper juicy. And so the bun structure that Ben talked about was really, really important to make sure that it didn't drip all over, because there was a ton of juice in the burger. The cheese was super melted. So I think you saw in the slow-mo bite, like the juice was just dripping down. And that was primarily the Swiss cheese. Juicosity. Juicosity. That's awesome.
Where were you when we were coming up with names, Kendra?
Thanks a bunch, Kendra. So yeah, juiciness, it was great. I mean, it melted in your mouth. I'm not really a big onion guy on my burger, but I was content to say, whatever they put on my plate, whatever they normally put on the burger, I'm going to eat. Those onions were grilled to perfection. They were just very, very soft. And yeah, I had a couple drips fall onto my my pants and had some grease stains from it. But hey, man, I think that's a mark of a good burger. So I'll pass it to you. What do you think, Ben? What's your juiciness rating?
Yeah, juiciness was excellent. The thing I liked about the Red Cow burger, the double barrel burger, was it was juicy yet not too juicy.
Yes.
Sometimes you get the burger that's so juicy that it's like running down your hands and like you get all gross in your face. And this one it rode that middle line perfectly. I was so proud of Red Cow for its juiciness. Very high marks for me. Very high.
Yeah, I mean, and Red Cow should be proud of themselves, right? Like you had nothing to do with the juiciness of that burger. Red Cow is the one that did it.
That's
So,
right.
um, so
Well,
here's an area. What? Go ahead.
good call, Gretchen.
Yeah, Gretchen. Oh my God, this is like the latency from date night. If you're a fan of date night,
That's right.
I'm going to be inebriated pretty soon. All right, let's dive into value, shall we? Because this is the area where I'm like, oof, Red Cow, you did me wrong, son. Um, it's a $16 burger, folks.
It's expensive.
Like, it's expensive, right? I mean, listen, one could argue you get what you pay for, and they did have double patty, so we didn't get one burger, we got actually two burgers
Right.
in terms of the pattiness. But I mean, I guess it's to be expected. You go to Edina, it's kind of an upscale place. It's kind of a pretentious burger atmosphere. Although I don't know, the staff wasn't pretentious, but it gives the air of like high quality burger. But I'm not picky with my burgers, as you can also see from yeah, exactly. That's $5 signs, Kendra. That's exactly
it was expensive.
So I'm not going to say that there wasn't the value to warrant $16. I just don't know that I need to pay $16 for a burger. But I'll pass it to you, Sir TG. What do you think?
Yeah, it was expensive, but I would like to point out, as you did, that it did have two patties. And then I would also like to add on that it came with fries and or tots, which we will find out later was not the case for other burgers. So you have to weigh that into the value. Also, the presentation was very high, juiciness high, bun goodness high. So maybe it makes sense that the price is a little higher. I found value in this burger, even though it was $16. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're on the same page there. And it rolls right into overall yum score, right?
That's right.
You can't have all of these different areas, from presentation to value to bun goodness to juiciness, be high, and then to have a low overall yum score. So I don't know. Yeah, plus two servers.
Yep, Kendra, you make a good point.
Thank you so much. But two servers, value, juiciness, bun goodness, presentation there, I would say high overall yum. And so that coupled with the absolute, oh my gosh, the puns are just flying. It's utterly pricey. Thank you. That coupled with the service that we got, and that service really, the service and the cleanliness was really the moo factor there. I'm prepared to give and offer up my complete moo score for this burger. But before I do, I want to pass it over to you and get your take on overall yum.
Oh, overall yum was very high. And Heather's asking how overall yum factors into moo factor. In time, Heather, in time. Yeah. This is a very sophisticated system that we've come up with. So we will reveal it in due time.
Yeah, I mean, we type in an algorithm of all of our scores for those 5 categories into the mooputer, and then once it's gone through the mooputer, we take it and put it through the calculator, and we come up with a score of 1 to 5 on a moo scale, and that's the moo score.
Yeah.
And so I'm ready to offer up my moo score. Here it is.
Five moos?
Hey man, I would give that a 5 moo score.
You're going
Internet 5, Red Cow.
Wait, you're giving it a perfect moo score before we've even gone to any other places.
Hey, listen, I can't. We talked about this earlier today. I cannot put myself in a moo score vacuum and just do one restaurant at a time. I have to calculate my moo scores as it relates to all of the restaurants we went to.
All right.
So fair. We went to the Red Cow first. It got five moos for me.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. That's fair. All
How
right,
about you?
Here's mine.
What?
Just 4. It came up just a bit short of a perfect moo score for me. But it was
So
close. It was
where
close.
where did it fall short to you?
For me, it was the price.
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
little too spendy. If it was a little bit more affordable, perfect moose score. But you know what? I'm a harsh burger grader. I don't give perfect moose scores out very often. Hardly ever. I can't think of a time I've ever given out 5 moose on anything.
Well, but you think about it and you're like, that may be the closest you came to 5
Yeah, I
moves.
think it's pretty close for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's cheers the Red Cow.
Yeah.
They're really, really, really good, and I'm really proud to have gone there and had a burger and a beer with my buddy Ben.
Yes, it was fun. Amanda's
All right.
right. Perfect move. Perfect.
Yeah. We're going to the Lion Tap, right?
Lion's Tap. It is. Yep.
Lion's Tap.
All right.
Both Ben and I have gone to the Lion's Tap as kids, and so I hadn't been there in a long time, and it was such a pleasurable experience. So take it away, Ben.
All right.
Oh man, that was a good burger. And now we're off to another fine, well-known restaurant establishment for burgers called the Lion's Tap in Eden Prairie. Away we go. Ooh, I hope my stomach can handle this.
Ooh, that was a good burger. Lion's Tap, you have a lot to live up to. Let's see if you can do it.
I'm wondering if I can get an order for pickup. Yeah, it's Tom Karki. Very fresh, hot off the grill. Maybe that's because we called from the parking lot. That's what we call, that level of like turning it from a 15 to 20 minute turnaround to like a 5 to 10. That's the moo factor we've been talking about, Something special, something different about the Lion's Tap. That's their moo factor.
Yeah.
That's the moo factor.
That is the moo factor. I know you all were asking, hey, what's this moo factor as opposed to the yum score? The moo factor is just something different. It's like the it of that restaurant, something that sets it apart from everyone else. Yes. So let's dive in presentation. Ooh, you know what? I commend them for stepping it up and taking a 20-minute order into a 5 to 10-minute order. So that is definitely the moo factor. But wow, we got kind of caught. We didn't know that the Lion's Tap was not going to be open in any way, shape, or form for anything but takeout orders. And you couldn't even go into the restaurant to ask. You had to call and place the order, as you could see from the video. So when it comes to presentation, and I don't know that it's all their fault because of COVID and what have you, but man, getting a burger in a brown paper bag and a styrofoam container really does lower the presentation score. I will say that once you open it up, you see the burger. It's a really good looking burger. I talked to Ben about this. It's like, this is the type of burger that you get that you're like, man, I wish I could make this type of burger on my grill. It's like that close from on your grill burger. But the presentation was unfortunately lacking to me. But what do you think, Ben, in terms of the presentation?
Yeah, I kind of agree. I think Kendra nailed it right here. Lions Tap is the people's burger. Everything was very simple and simplistic. So the burger itself, when we asked what was the number one burger, it was just the cheeseburger. So it was just burger, cheese. There was nothing else on it. It was just straight up bun, burger, cheese. And they were like, here you go. It's a brown bag. It's a little styrofoam container. I think there might have been some condiments in the bag that we could have used, but it was a very simple presentation, which, like you said, maybe had something to do with the times that we're living in, but still got to score it on what we got. So
yeah, I mean, listen, true character is defined in times of adversity, all right, and just because we're in the situation doesn't mean you need to diminish your presentation at all. Anyway, speaking of the rush job that they put on the burger, which, again, that's some high move factor. The bun goodness suffered. I don't think it was toasted as much as, oh my God, I can't even with these comments.
And I'm leaving some out that are fantastic as well. There are too many. I can't get them all in.
That's awesome. What wasn't awesome was the bun goodness. It just wasn't toasted enough, and maybe that's because of the rush job. It didn't seem like it had enough butter on it. It was kind of a flaccid bun. But I'll pass to you. What are your thoughts on the bun goodness?
For me, bun goodness was my favorite part of the Lions Tap burger. It had a decent bun for me. Structure was good. Squishiness was nice. Didn't get too soggy. For me, bun goodness was medium to medium high. Medium to medium well.
Well, we're learning that we can agree to disagree in these 2020 times, people. I hope more of us can do that in the upcoming days. All right. We got to talk about the juiciness, because I think.
What juiciness?
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. It was a different style of burger, right? So it's hard to compare. I know we can't put ourselves into a vacuum, but it's really, really hard to compare the Red Cow burger, which was ultra juicy, to the Lions Tap burger, because I think they don't want that level of juicy. They want it to be this burger that is a solid burger that's got a little bit of juice to it. But again, it's more like that burger that you wish that you could make on your grill. It's a simple burger with simple juiciness. So that's my take on the juiciness. What are your thoughts?
Zero juiciness. It was still a good burger. Don't get me wrong. Burger was delicious. Burger treated me well. Burger did me right. But burger was not juicy. It was just a regular old burger. It reminded me a little bit. I think you're going to be upset with me for saying this, but it was a smidge like Burger Day when I was in high school. And I went and I got the burger, and sometimes you'd get the burger and it was like, I'm in a high school, right? And then sometimes you get a burger and you were like, you nailed it. Today you nailed it, high school burger. This was like a nailed it high school burger for me.
I can't let that go. I cannot let that. That is blasphemy.
Sorry.
Blasphemy. Wow. Anyway, I tried really hard, but I've had like almost the whole can of this. So, yeah, you know what? I can't with that. You can't. Lions Tap is an establishment that is known for its burgers. It is nowhere near the level of high school cafeteria, unless, and maybe you're just gifted in New Prague with some sweet lunch ladies, but there's no way that I can't even talk to you about this. That's not anyway.
All right.
It's crazy. Value. This is where I think the Lions Tap hits it on the mark, right? It's like a $8 burger.
An $8 burger.
I know it's only one patty, and I will contradict you a bit. They threw a little, they threw like 3 or 4 pickles underneath the burger. So we did get some. It wasn't just cheeseburger. There was pickle on there too.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, right. But it adds to the overall value, is what I'm saying, right? So you get what you pay for here, and I think that this is a perfect value for an $8 burger. High move value score.
That's interesting because the Red Cow burger was $16 and it was 2 patties and tots and an amazing presentation and a fantastic little 2-server situation with the same name basically. Nah, I don't know. Value was low for me. Value was low. $8 burger with nothing on it, and like I said, I enjoyed the burger. The burger was good. If I went there and I had that burger, I would be like, I'm going back to Lion's Tap. But we're putting this all into the calculator, and I got to be honest.
Well, we agree to disagree here,
All right? Fair enough.
I think of all of the restaurants, this one where we're split the most, but I could be wrong. Anyway, moving on to overall yum. A simple burger. It's what you expect. It's a cheeseburger. It's what you expect, right? It's the best of the common man's burger to I can't remember who said it, but Kendra, that you're spot on. It is the people's burger, and the people like them some yum. It delivers in the yum category. So I'm ready to give my overall moo score, but before I do, I don't even know if I want to ask you because you're just so negative about the Lion's Tap right now. But go ahead, tell me what your score is.
Well, like I said, I enjoyed the burger. Did not hate the burger. I wouldn't be like that burger was trash. But overall, yum.
I don't know. You sound like you're flip flopping here a little bit, but whatever. I'm ready to give the moo factor score. Keeping in mind that the real moo factor on this is that they rushed that and they were attentive to the fact that it was a hot day and we were out in the parking lot on the asphalt and they made it happen quick for us. Go ahead. Lay the moo score on the people.
All right. I've got my moo score ready to go here.
That's my moo score, by the way.
That was mine.
Oh,
sorry.
No, that's all right.
But I threw mine out there first.
No, one moo.
That's one not. Moo. I'm sorry. I had to do it. I
apologize on behalf of everybody watching this because the Lion's Tap does not deserve one moo. I
enjoyed Lion's Tap, but for me, I don't know. Maybe it was just the mood I was in. One moo.
Well, if you give the Lion's Tap one moo, what do you give like McDonald's?
Oh, that I wouldn't even judge.
Zero. That's a zero. Okay. All right.
You don't put a McDonald's burger into the calculator.
All right. Well, give the people my moo score so they can feel better about the Lion's Tap.
All right.
Yeah. That's the actual moo score, people. Just so you are aware, that's what it should have been.
All right.
I'm moving on.
Whatever.
Check this out. Oh, I should probably hold it in front of the camera. There you go. I'm having the
Frickin' Scruggy. That's the same thing I'm having. Oh,
yeah, it's so tasty. I've had it before.
Great job, Giesenbraü. We love you.
Thank you, Giesenbraü.
All right. Are we ready for Clancy's?
Yeah, but before we do, let's do a quick. Despite our differences, I still think that you're a really good friend of mine, man.
You think?
Sorry about the horror. Said despite our differences, I still think you're a good friend of mine.
Yeah, I said you think.
Well, I mean,
are you not sure?
Well, I mean that Lion's Tap one moo score. Get out of here. All right, go ahead.
Fine.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I were to tell you that I was comfortable right now. 2 burgers in, and my gut is busting. Oof. Here comes Clancy's.
We're on our way to Clancy's, our 3rd burger of the day. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really full. I'm gonna try to get this 3rd one down, but whoo!
How you feeling right now?
Full.
Yeah,
very full.
Oof. Let's power through.
All right. it's a good burger. It's a good burger. Don't get me wrong. The bun goodness, not amazing.
No.
But value is good. This is only a $6.50 burger, so yeah, I'm gonna have to think hard about this one.
Not a bad burger. You know, the moo factor for this burger, to me, is it's the only one of all of the restaurants that we went to that has their most popular burger have bacon on it. And I'm a sucker for bacon, so yum factor is going to be up on that. But I agree with you. Bun, atmosphere, leaves a little bit of moo to be desired. So, you know, all in all, it's a win of a burger.
On my way home from the Burger Bonanza, and I'm not feeling great. We just had 3 burgers in 2 hours and a couple of beers. I don't know how you can trust a guy who eats 3 hamburgers in 2 hours. Who does that? And one of them had 2 patties.
Listen, I had 3 whole, entire, big, meaty burgers in less than 2.5 hours. That is something that only I can say of the two of us, and not Ben. Ben is someone who is not a part of what my mom liked to call the Clean Plate Club, and feel free to shame him, but we had fun nonetheless. Hopefully you'll enjoy our reviews. Take care.
You got to feel like you've got a bit of burger shame there.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely you threw some burger shade my way. But, you know, I just can't imagine. It just was too much for me. Too much cow, too much burger for my system. But I did have a bite of the Rory at least. So.
Oh, you had like 3 bites, I think, right?
Yeah, I got into it a little bit.
Yeah, no, I commend you. Well, I hear you, Heather. Yes, I don't think his score should qualify because he didn't really finish it. But, you know, listen, we got to do the show anyway, right? We just can't have it just be my rating. So whatever.
Heather, we need to eat as much of the burger as possible because this is a nonprofit. So, you know,
yes,
budgets are tight.
Yeah. I work at a corporation, as you can see. All right. First of all, bacon. Bacon
was big for you.
I cannot believe I had the best burger in 2 other restaurants and they did not have bacon on it. That is just crazy mind-blowing to me. Anyway.
Yet you rated them a 5 and a 4.
Yeah. Well, let's get to it, right? Because just because they had that moo factor on bacon. Listen, I know it's a family favorite. I know that most of the people listening are close to Clancy's, maybe in Jordan, maybe in Belle Plaine, maybe in New Prague. Definitely not in Shakopee because that's a horrible town, right? That's the running joke, at least. I don't know. Anyway, I'm a Twin Cities guy. Let's talk about the 5 categories because I think you'll find that I'm not the biggest fan. First of all, presentation. I mean, okay, you got an outdoor patio. Cool, appreciate it.
Yep.
Thumbs up for the outdoor patio. Don't make me walk through a crazy dimly lit bar to get to that patio. Like have a door to get to the patio so that I don't have to put a mask on and walk through places where I will give you Clancy's is awesome. The whole staff had masks on all throughout our visit there.
They did.
But it's just I don't know. I still get the heebie-jeebies when I go in there. Yes, Basha, I did get the meat sweats for 2 whole days. I feel right for 2 days after I did this. And I wish, and I don't know if you have it at the ready, but Ben sent me a picture afterwards of how he fell asleep on the kitchen floor, snuggling with his brand new puppy Busby, because he was just so wiped out from burger tiredness.
Yeah, I felt horrible for at least.
Oh, it was gross. I do not recommend. So here's something that we learned, I think. We learned that we probably shouldn't do these reviews all in one day. I think it would have been a better idea had we spaced them out. But,
that's true.
I also like the challenge, like a man versus food challenge of being able to eat all 3 in 2 hours, which I did, and Ben didn't. I'll point that out. Presentation. Oof, this was a bad one. It came in this, like, I don't know, like somewhat styrofoamy thing with some chips that it sat on. And to me, like, the tables that we were at were kind of not upscale enough to be at a restaurant, I don't think. And the fence that we were encapsulated by needed a paint job. The servers were great. Server was really on top of the ball and got us whatever we needed whenever we needed. I did have a really great IPA, from the Jordan Brewery. I think it was called Jordan IPA. It was really, really tasty. But presentation was really low for me.
Did you just critiqued the paint on their fence?
I did.
But we're talking about burgers. Why are you talking about a fence?
Presentation is the overall ambiance.
All right, fine. I thought the presentation was fine. For me, Clancy's, I've been going to Clancy's for a long time. I love Clancy's. Clancy's is the best.
This is a Homer review, by the way. In case you guys are wondering, this is an absolute Homer review. Go ahead.
No. Clancy's is, so here's what I'm talking about. Clancy's is a towny bar type of a feel. So you go in and that's what it feels like. It feels good. It feels like you're home. It feels like that guy over there, like everybody knows your name, Norm, and you go in, but that's the fun. Like, you have to walk through Clancy's to get to the patio because they want you to experience the magic that is Clancy's.
Listen, I grew up in Hibbing, Minnesota, way up north, a town about the same size as New Prague or Jordan. We had many of those establishments. Actually, there's a burger joint called Tuffy's that reminds me a lot of Clancy's. And listen, I'm not going to tell you, don't, Heather. Like,
Heather, everyone's a critic tonight. Heather, come on now. This is
Did you eat 3 burgers in 2 hours, Heather?
Yeah, we spent a lot of time on this, Heather. We have a system. Don't get in our face about our system.
So, presentation for me was not good. But let's move on to bun goodness, because I think that bun goodness to me was, I think, a step up from Lion's Tap, but not anywhere near the Red Cow. It felt like it felt like the bun that you would get at a high school cafeteria. No. But it was toasted better. It wasn't as rushed of a toast job. It didn't have as much butter on the bun as I'd like, but it still was good. Again, no sesame seeds. 3 places, 0 sesame seeds. That's a downer.
What's happening to sesame seeds? Are they super expensive right now? Do they come from China or something?
Oof. I don't know. Anyway,
is it tough to get? Like, what's the deal? That's what I meant. I was talking about import fees.
Yeah, I get you. The tariffs, right?
Yes.
So, bun goodness, what do you think?
Yeah, bun goodness was, for me, it was a good bun, like not good, like not. It was a little below medium. I like I said, I'm a Clancy's guy. I've been to Clancy's a lot. One of the things I love is their buns. But I haven't had a burger in a while, and I feel like the bun situation might have changed a tad. Wasn't quite as good as I'm used to.
Okay. Moving on to juiciness. I know you all care about the juiciness of Clancy's burgers, and I would say pretty decent juicy. And I think a part of it comes from the bacon, right? That gives you that grease that's going to drip a little bit. And I actually did. If you watch the slow-mo, you could see a little piece of juice drop down there. But I also think this was the only burger that had lettuce, which also gives that nice little juice feel from the water and the lettuce. So
Yeah, I didn't think about
I
that.
thought the juiciness was pretty decent there.
Yeah, juiciness for me, this was number 2, like right in the middle of the Red Cow and Lion's Tap. It was kind of it rode that middle line for me as far as juiciness. Good juiciness. Good.
Yeah, yeah. So quickly on to value, because I think we're going to disagree here a little bit.
I did not know that, Nicole. I did not know that.
Whoa, man.
That changes everything.
There's some Bun scholars out there today. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, so it was only $1 less than the Lion's Tap burger, and I thought it was way more than $1 less in terms of the value that it offered to me.
Oh, even though it had bacon?
Listen, I know it's tough, right? It's tough because I like bacon, but in spite of that, it just didn't hold up. It didn't. And I will say, so Lion's Tap is the burger that I think I would expect out of like an awesome night on the grill if I were doing it. Clancy's is the type of burger that I get most of the times when I grill, which is just a little bit less in quality.
I don't understand. I think value was great because here you had bacon on a burger. Okay, so we had a more expensive burger at Lion's Tap with just cheese, and you said pickles. I didn't notice any pickles, but just cheese.
Check the tape. There are pickles. Check the tape.
Just cheese and pickles. And on the Rory burger, you get lettuce, you get bacon, you get what else was on there?
Mushrooms was on there. You didn't like it. Mayo was on there. You didn't like
so
that.
All that stuff costs money, right? And it was a less expensive burger. So value for me, thumbs up.
There are a lot of things that cost money that you put them together, and it's like, no, that shouldn't go together. And in this instance, I don't think that warranted the value. Anyway.
All right. Fair enough.
Overall yum. Let me stress, every place that we went is a high quality burger. I would go. Yeah, I should have
Hot chips are delicious. Yes.
I didn't know that was an option. Man, Nicole, you are not even from New Prague, and you knew there were hot chips, yet Homer boy here didn't even tell me about the hot chips. Why wouldn't you tell me about the hot chips?
I was so full I couldn't even see straight.
Yeah, I was full. I probably wouldn't have gotten them anyway.
Yeah.
So we are on overall
yum. Overall yum.
Listen, like I said, I stressed, I would go to Clancy's and eat a burger any day of the week. It's a good establishment. It's a good burger. It didn't stack up compared to the other two to me. So the only move factor I saw was the bacon, and it just wasn't enough to push the overall yum score high to me.
Yeah. Overall yum for me was, kind of right in that middle area. It was, I liked it more than, it was better than Lion's Tap. Not quite as great as the Red Cow.
There we go. So let's flip it around here a little bit, and I'd love to hear your overall moose score for Clancy's.
All right. Two moos.
You gave 2 moos for Clancy's?
Yep. For this particular burger, I'm not a big Rory burger fan. And to be fair to Clancy's, as somebody who's in the area, I would call Clancy's more of a pizza place than a burger joint.
That's crazy because we drove up. I've never been to Clancy's before. I didn't even know where it was, right? Because I typically, when I go to New Prague from the Twin Cities, I take a right before I would even know where Clancy's is.
Right.
But from my perspective, 2 is pretty low, man.
Well, not when you rank Lion's Tap 1.
Yeah.
I think it was a better burger than Lion's Tap.
Interesting.
Well, I love Clancy's. I'll always get a burger at Clancy's. I love Clancy's.
Oh, I mean that's not the point of this, right? I would eat any burger from any of those establishments. But my overall moose score is this for Clancy's.
All right. Oh, was that a half moo?
That was a half moo.
Wow.
Moos. So, obviously it seems like we have a little bit more of a difference in how we rate with moo score. But ultimately, I rated the red cow the best. And then I rated the Lion's Tap second best and Clancy's third best. But they got 3.5 moos for me. That's a quality burger. Whereas a 1 moo, I don't even know that I'd want to eat a 1 moo burger.
No,
but that's
Clancy's was a 2 moo.
No, I'm saying like for overall, like you rated a burger establishment that's a high quality burger establishment as a 1 moo. That's pretty bold, man. Pretty bold.
For me, it was 4 clicks below the Red Cow burger, for sure.
Okay.
But all of them were good. All of them were delicious burgers. I would eat all of them again.
I agree. So to that, I say cheers to you, sir. Thank you for going along and having some beers and burgers. And you're my buddy still, Ben. So I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And the beers were great too.
Yeah, Giesenbraü does a really good job of making me want to put more beer in my mouth. So kudos to them as well.
Hey, should we check the wall of burgers and beers? See what that looks like?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Oh, lots of fun stuff going on here.
Look at that. Look at the healthy amount of ketchup in that burger. Yeah.
We got a Clancy's burger there. That's good.
Oh. There's 3 beers sitting there.
Here we go. Yeah, lots of Clancy's. I'm seeing Clancy's come through.
Fancy burgers and wine, Nicole. That's impressive. Well, that burger looks tasty, Casey. And so does that beer. Hey, Red Cow. Nice job, PK and Dan.
PK and Dan got Red Cow tonight. That's great.
Yes.
Probably ran into the writers. Because we ate at Red Cow and Edina tonight. So good. Yeah. Wow.
There's me before we even started drinking. So you know that I've had some cocktails tonight. I just wanted to say thank you. Like, first of all of this was on Daleko. So I ate and drank on Daleko's dime. And it helped me fulfill a little dream that I had of putting together a review show. And of course I like spending time with Ben. So it all worked out. Thanks everybody for listening. And Ben, really, I really appreciate you spending some time on a Saturday with me trying to take down 3 burgers. It was super fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. And I learned a lot about, how you enjoy burgers and it was just a good time. And again, this was one of those things. I think we put it on the website as just a hangout. Like, this is just a way, a reason for us to all get together and just be stupid for a while. And I think mission accomplished.
Well, especially with some of those scores, that was definitely stupid, Ben.
Stop.
I don't know. I don't
disrespect my scores.
You know what? I have to, man. They're just so out of whack. Anyway, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. With that, I think we're good to say goodbye to this episode of Passion Project.
Yeah, I'm excited about the next one.
Me too. I have no idea who it'll be.
Yeah,
but I'm excited.
Has anybody raised their hand yet?
We haven't really reached out yet. I think we're gonna find out really soon, and then we'll throw it out to everyone in DHI land, and it'll be coming next month.
I'm excited. This was super fun. I had a blast.
Me too. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to Burgers and Beers, our very first passion project. Like I said, if you are not a DHI member, why don't you become one? It's really easy. $5 a month, right?
Silliness to the extreme. Why would you not want to be around for this?
Yeah, might as well. If you do, that's the place to go. Daleko Arts /DHI. It's only $5 a month. That's less than a Clancy's burger. So
yeah, and a lot of value.
More value than.
Listen.
Burger.
Yeah, sure.
All right, bye everyone. See you next time.